Let's look at actions and evaluation notices. In a previous video, we were doing past performance evaluation. So we started entering independent assessments, such as CPARs and past performance questionnaire information. And we were starting to document some occurrences based upon what we've learned. Now, in the course of that, we may realize that there's some actions that need to be taken as well. This is a general capability throughout the tool. We can create actions during past performance evaluation, relevancy analysis. We could do it in corporate experience. We can do it in technical evaluation. This is something that allows us to just document our various actions that we need to take, and also to associate evaluation notices when it's required. So let's just do a quick action. So I'm going to add an item to this. And when I click on that, it will come up with an action. So I can now edit. Oops. Let's try that again. I can now edit. There we go. So basically, actions have a name. And it's probably best to keep this unique. You could, by the way, all these names we've been seeing are predefined based upon what we're doing, what we're operating on. But it may be helpful to say this is number one or whatever. So this is the number one action for this. It's not mandatory, honestly, but it can be helpful during some operations, some reporting that may come later. So you always have this unique identifier so you know how to find this. But having this capability to have both a default name and to override it can be useful. In here, we have a status of new. So we'll want to track it. What's new, what's in progress, what's resolved. Over here, I can put a description in here. The action may be get more information on the small business management. And the type of action could be either an interview that needs to take place, or I may need to write an evaluation notice or do something else. So in here, let's say, for argument's sake, I'll need an evaluation notice, and I'll save that. So there we go. That's our first action. Now, underneath it, there's an accordion for creating evaluation notices. So let's do that. Now, there's nothing here that forces you to create an action for an evaluation notice or to create an evaluation notice for an action. But you may want to do this. It may be a helpful part of your everyday process. We can put dashboard in place or have queries that will show evaluation notices that don't have associated actions or vice versa, if that's a helpful thing, if you want to establish this as policy. But honestly, this was thought to be a discussion point, as pointed out in our latest contract. Okay, nevertheless, so here's an evaluation notice. Evaluation notice, again, has an ID and a name. The name could be made larger over here. So let's go in there and edit this. Again, the evaluation notice has a date. Let's use today's date. Evaluation area is something that they can type in. Offer reference information. Now, we already have an offer associated with this, but it may be useful, and it was part of the form to provide that as well. There's a description, and again, this description field could be resized. You can copy, paste, type however you want, print paragraphs and all that. An RFP reference, and then there's the type of evaluation notices over here. So here we go. Here's an evaluation notice record. And to that, we can associate it to an action. And once again, the way we set this up, it could be a one-to-many relationship here. So one evaluation notice can be associated with multiple actions. Maybe it turns out you want to summarize, multiple thoughts in one notice, so which cover multiple actions. Or the other way around, you can have one action associated with multiple evaluation notes because the action is large, but you want to break it up into smaller pieces with regard to notification. So that's designed in here as well. And really, that's it. That's how we enter in evaluation notices and actions here for, really for any process we're doing, whether it's past performance, whether it is corporate experience, and so forth. One more comment I want to make about these actions and evaluation notices, though, is that these are associated with this contract. We could have just as easily written the actions and notices against the entity level, not, in other words, not a specific contract, but something that spans multiple ones, or against the offeror. And when you look at these rolled up views, what you will get in these sections is you will get all of the actions and all the evaluation notices that have been written up for this offeror period related to past performance. Now, if I look at relevancy analysis, what we'll find is that there are no actions or evaluation notices here because we haven't written any yet against relevancy analysis. Same thing is true for corporate experience. So this allows us to see in one place, based upon the specific evaluation we're doing, what are the actions, what are the evaluation notices that have been written up. The last point I'll make about actions and evaluation notices is that once we have this data in here, just like a lot of the other data, we can view it in various ways using reports and put them on dashboards as well. So what we covered today is more of the data entry and the basic manipulation of these for the day-to-day work on how we enter it. How we summarize and how we view it on a dashboard, we'll save for another time. Okay, thanks a lot, and see you later.